Hi all, in this video we will learn what is SDN, Software Defined Network. So what is SDN? The definition of Software Defined Network is shown here. A network in which the control plane is physically separate from the data plane. A single control plane controls several forwarding devices. This is the definition, but you may not be familiar with the terms control plane and data plane. So we shall see in detail what is SDN, Software Defined Network. This slide shows what is happening inside the traditional router. So as we know, a router will have switching fabric, a processor and various interfaces. So here we can see these all are the interfaces or where the physical connection of the router is starting from. And the processor part, it is the logical unit or the intelligent part of the router. So as we know, router is an intelligent device. It is having the processing capacity. So the forwarding table will be processed by the processor and it is kept inside the memory of this router. You can imagine router just as a computer itself. It has processing capacity, it has memory and everything just like a computer. And based on the values in the forwarding table, the switching fabric will take a decision to where a particular incoming packet has to be forwarded. So here actually forwarding of packets are happening and this is done at the forwarding plane or the innermost part. The actual activity of forwarding the packets are performed in the data plane. And the logical part where the program is executed, it is done at the control plane. So the logical part is known as the control plane and physically how the data is forwarded, it is the data plane. Here we can see the architecture of software defined network. Here the control plane is shown in red lines, red color, and the data plane where the actual forwarding is happening, it is shown in the blue color. So the previous one, that is this one, this represents the actual scenario what is happening inside the traditional network, where in SDN the change happens is like this. Here we are decoupling the control part from the data part. This is what our definition said. Software defined network is decoupling of the control plane and data plane. Now you are familiar with the terms control plane and data plane and it is separately maintained in the software defined network. So in the control plane there will be the topology of the network available. This is what how the network is connected each other, which are the routers, which are the links connecting the routers, and all these related with the topology is represented in the form of a map and it is stored in the control plane. Then there will be some programs in the control plane, they will manage the control plane and based on the values stored in the control plane and based on the programs working on the control plane, it will get updated in the data plane. So let us examine what are the different planes in detail. SDN has three different planes. As we said earlier, the most important one it is data plane and second one it is control plane and the third one is management plane. So what is data plane? It is already mentioned in the previous slide. This is just a definition. The data plane is the network architecture layer that physically handles the traffic based on the configurations supplied from the control plane. That is, the data plane is the lowest layer in the router and it is being controlled by the control plane. Okay, this is control plane and this is data plane. Then control plane refers to the network architecture component that defines the traffic routing and network topology. So the topology of the network is maintained in the control plane and routing algorithms are executed at the control plane. Then management plane, it is just like an application layer of our normal layered architecture. This is the outermost layer in the router, and the management plane contains the traffic used by the network administrator to manage the network. Meaning, the network administrator can configure the network and tune the network, and all these things are done directly in the management plane. This is an interface to the lower plane, control plane. Then here what is happening inside the data plane is explained in detail. The main activities performed in the data plane are processing and delivery of packets with local forwarding state. Forwarding state is stored in the forwarding table along with the packet header. Then forwarding decision is performed. Then other activities are filtering, buffering and scheduling. All these are done at the bottommost layer data plane. And streaming algorithms on packets are also performed here. Streaming algorithms aim is to redirect the packet to its appropriate path. For example, here we can see blue arrows and red arrows. So suppose my packet have a destination address 1.2.3.0 as a prefix, and we can see that all those packets beginning with 1.2.3 must be forwarded to this left hand side of this router, whereas any packet with a prefix 5.6.7 has to be forwarded to the right hand side of this router. So this is what the actual activity of forwarding. This IP forwarding is done at the data plane. So for this, the packet is examined by the algorithm, streaming algorithm, and if there is a match on the header bits, and it performs some action based on the matching header. The next plane is control plane. The control plane refers to the network architecture component that defines the traffic routing and network topology. So the main activities are traffic routing based on the network topology. It determines how and where the packets are forwarded. And some other activities are routing, traffic engineering, failure detection and recovery, etc. So we will see what is traffic engineering in detail in the coming slide. You know what is routing. And failure detection and recovery is if some of the links are failed, then the packet has to take another path. So the failure of a path and its reason and its solution, how to recover from this fault, and all these things are performed by the control plane. The control plane compute the path the packet has to follow, and based on this header, it will populate the forwarding table. Namukariya, forwarding table is used for maintaining the routing algorithms are used for maintaining the forwarding table. And this is actually happening at the traditional router. And this activity has to be performed in the control plane in the SDN architecture. In the traditional way, all these activities are performed in the single router itself. So the main algorithms working in this layer are link state routing algorithms, OSPF, ISIS, etc. Flood the entire topology to all the nodes. We are familiar with the term what is flooding, and each node computes the shortest path, and various algorithms are used behind for finding the shortest path and all. These are the main activities performed in the control plane. The next plane is management plane. The management plane contains the traffic used by the network administrator to manage the network. Managing the network means configuring and fine-tuning the network. The main activity is performed by the network administrator on this plane is traffic engineering, ACL configuration, and device provisioning. So what is traffic engineering refers? It refers to the process of selecting a path chosen by a traffic in order to balance the load on various links, routers, switches in the network. That is, it should keep the entire balancing of the network. Without losing the balance of the network, the entire things has to be managed. So based on some performance characteristics, tune the network accordingly or fine tune the network. For example, I can explain it with an example. Suppose some packets need need to meet some requirements, like delay has to be minimum, and the maximum delay that can be taken by a packet is specified, and the bandwidth required for a particular packet is specified, etc. And all these parameters are assigned for a particular packet. So those packets has to take another path that is different from the normal packet forwarding. So the configuration part of the network or network administrator has to configure accordingly so that the packet can travel with maximum bandwidth and with minimum delay. So depending on the nature of the package and nature of the user and privileges set by the network administrator, the packet will be forwarded. So dynamically there should be some decisions taken by the network administrator. And this kind of dynamic decisions are known as traffic engineering. And another one is ACL, access control list. ACL, access control list. That means which all are the users allowed to access some resources. So the privileges of the users for each of the resources is assigned by the network administrator. So this kind of permission list and all are maintained by the network administrator. And device provisioning, at the network layer, the device requirements are the memory requirement for the packet for being in the queue, and the bandwidth is considered as a requirement, and all these kind of resources required for a packet to be provisioned or given or assigned by the network administrator. So all these kind of management activities are performed by the network administrator through the management plane. So here the entire scenario is explained with an example. Here we have seen how the entire activity is decoupled into two layers. This is what the actual point of SDN. Now we shall see what are the challenges faced by SDN. In general, computer network scenario fully support decentralized control, whereas in SDN it is providing a centralized control. So the problem of the centralized control is that a single point of failure may affect the entire system go to failure. And as a solution for this, SDN is uh, provided with cloud environment. That is, hypervisors and virtualization is suggested for SDN so that we can get the service of SDN throughout without any failure. Another important challenges are it should ensure the QoS characteristics like bandwidth, jitter, delay, etc. All these characteristics of the network required must be satisfied in SDN, as well as the network should prevent against intrusions and malicious attacks. Since this is a latest technology, the researches are going on in this area of QoS and security measures. Here we can see what is the change happened in the SDN architecture. The individual operating system of each of the hosts is shifted to a common network, and it is going to be implemented in the cloud scenario. And there are a lot of features extra available for the network operating system to handle all these things. Here we can see another term, open interface to packet forwarding. That is, it is an interface between the network operating system and the commodity hardware so that we can introduce the changes into the forwarding plane or the data plane through this open flow programming or open flow interface. Since the network operating system is uploaded in the cloud, it will be consistent, up to date, and it will have a global network view. So these are the main advantages of SDN since it is shifted to the global scenario or to the network operating system that is residing in the cloud architecture. It can control and view the entire network. That's all for software defined network. Thank you.